the archives of the United States Cavalry, the true stories of Colonel Ranald Mackenzie and the cavalrymen he led. Mackenzie's Raiders. His secret orders from the President of the United States. Clean up the Southwest. Make it a fit place for Americans to live. Wipe out the renegades, outlaws, and murderers. If necessary, cross the Rio Grande, knowing capture means hanging by the enemy. Discovery, court-martial by the United States Army. Southwest Texas, 1873. The town of Brackettville, resort of thieves, renegades, outlaws, and a few honest men desperately trying to develop the beginning of democracy on the frontier.
Turn around, little boy blue. I don't like to draw on a man unless he draws on me first. But I will if I have to. Like I said, I don't like to see people whispering with soldiers. Do it again, same thing's gonna happen to you. Now you go to bed, Pop.
Okay, Johnny, stay right where you are. I'll go tell the sheriff there's been another killing.
You tell them these people in Bracketville have to learn. I don't like them sending word every little thing I do to Colonel Mackenzie. They have to learn I got a right to some privacy. They got to learn I'm the boss.
Okay, Johnny, okay. You're the boss. But I'm a lawyer, and I'll tell him no such thing.
Why not?
You've got to take my advice. You're paying me for it. I'm telling you how the two of us can take over this town. But it's got to appear legal. Otherwise, we won't take it over. Colonel Mackenzie will, with martial law.
I've been taking your advice, Dutch, and it's working out. Like you said, this should make the colonel put Brackettville off limits to his soldier boys, and that's the way it's got to be, if we're going to have the privacy we need.
Now, just remember, Johnny, we're walking a tightrope. Not too much, not too little.
Now, look, you just go get that sheriff.
The morning after the murder, Ranald Mackenzie set out for the town of Brackettville on the sad mission of reclaiming the dead boy's body.
No call to get mad with me. I've always tried to work with you, give you all the information I could, same as some others here in town. But now it's different. Why? Because Johnny Link's a fast gun. Do you know what that is, Colonel? A fast gun. That's a new profession here in the Southwest. A lot of towns have them. They take over. Johnny Link with his gun, Dutch Herman with the law. They've got their hand in every legitimate till in Brackettville. Maybe in the whole territory, for all I know.
But you have law in this territory? You have due process? You have a judge?
Yes, we have a judge. He rides circuit through here every 5 weeks. By the time he heard any case against Johnny Link, every possible witness would be intimidated or dead. I tell you, Colonel, we've got to find a way to...
Excuse me, sir.
Well, Sergeant?
I told the men not to shoot, sir. I haven't yet, but you know how they are sometime.
What are you talking about?
A civilian named Link, sir.
What about him?
Well, we was just finishing loading the body on the wagon when this Mr. Link came along and ordered all the civilians off the street. Said there might be a shooting. Said he was looking for you, sir.
For me?
Yes, sir. Like I said, the men don't like it, sir.
Whatever you do, Colonel, don't try to draw. Don't try to draw.
I'm a soldier, Sheriff, not a fast gun.
Detail. All in.
Colonel Mackenzie?
Mr. Link, I had word you wanted to see me.
Uh-huh. Keep your men out of Brackettville. This town's trying to be law-abiding. Soldiers an unsettling element, troublesome, quarrelsome, very bad for business.
My soldiers wearing the uniform of the United States Army will go anywhere I choose to order them, including Bracketville.
In that case, Colonel, you'll have to expect more of these incidents.
Sergeant,
Yes, sir.
kindly arrest Mr. Link. Convey him to the jail at Fort Clark.
Yes, sir. Trooper. Forward.
I'm here to take Johnny Link out of your jail, Colonel. If he's done anything wrong or illegal, I'm responsible.
You want Johnny Link back in your town?
Not me, Colonel. It's not the point. I'm just an elected sheriff. Some of our folks, well, they think that you exceeded your authority.
Dutch Herman, for instance, his lawyer?
Oh, a lot of folks seem to agree with Dutch.
Yeah, I can imagine who these folks are.
They're citizens. They vote.
They vote. Sheriff, my orders as an officer direct me to encourage democracy wherever I find it in this territory. It's for that reason alone, that I'm going to release Johnny Link. I'm going to release him from military custody into your civilian custody. Sergeant, show him Mr. Link.
I knew you'd be coming for me, Sheriff. After all, we got law here in Brackettville. Democratically elected law. And I think you forgot yourself, Colonel Mackenzie, when you arrested me. I'm advised the Army has no jurisdiction in our town.
I shan't argue legalities with you, Mr. Link. Just let me tell you this. There'll be no more killing in that town. No more dead soldiers, no more dead civilians. Because if there are, you'll answer to me personally.
If you ever want me to answer to you personally, I'd be delighted to accommodate you. You just come walking down our street, alone, looking for me. I'll be there. Oh, and Colonel, if and when you do come looking for me, will you make sure that fast gun of yours is tied down?
It would seem, Sergeant, that I've been challenged.
Don't you pay no attention to that, sir.
Tied down. Fast gun. What do I know about such games? I studied this weapon in West Point, Sergeant. It's a tool of my profession. It's for use in close skirmishes. It's for use in guarding prisoners or accepting surrenders. It's for use in killing rattlesnakes. It was never intended as a dueling weapon.
What are we going to do, sir?
I haven't an idea. But until I get one, put Bracketville off limits to all personnel.
Yes, sir.
I want every raider that's off duty to be in Stable B at midnight.
Happy day. The old man's fine.
Shh. The old man doesn't know a thing about this, and he's not gonna.
Well, the raiders can't meet without the old man knowing.
Did you hear me, Dixon?
Yeah, sure, Sarge.
We're going to be writing a certain party in Brackettville a letter. I'll be delivering it myself. So you have some civilian clothes ready for me.
Yeah, sure, Sarge.
Johnny Link, sir. We speak for 20 of us soldiers. Nobody but us knows who we are. We swear that if you ever draw your gun on Colonel Mackenzie, all 20 of us will come personally and kill you. This could be serious, Johnny. All 20 of us will come personally and kill you. There's no signature. Johnny, I told you not to lean too hard. I told you we were walking a tightrope. You force a showdown with Colonel Mackenzie, these soldiers.
Let him come.
Be reasonable, Johnny. You can't take on a whole platoon of berserk bluebellies.
All right, you're a lawyer. What do I do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow morning, we'll visit the town printer and have him run off some handbills.
Some handbills.
$5,000 bounty on the head of Colonel Ranald Mackenzie. Then we'll post them in every town in the Southwest.
I don't get you, Dutch.
Well, $5,000 should be enough to attract every fast gun in the territory to Brackettville in 2-3 days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, who's gonna pay the 5,000?
We are, and cheap at the price. They all know you're the boss. They'll know who to come to. In our business, Johnny, it's sometimes wise to let others do the work. Come on, Johnny. I'll load Jack.
Unbeknownst to Colonel Ranald Mackenzie, Brackettville was about to become a magnet, attracting professional killers from all over the Southwest.
Has the Colonel read the morning report yet?
I put it on his desk, but I haven't heard him bellow yet.
Sergeant! You just heard him. Yes, sir?
What's going on?
What's going on where, sir?
You know what I mean, Sergeant. This is the morning report. Why are there 14 men in the guardhouse?
Disorderly, sir. Fighting.
Fighting about what?
Poker game, sir.
14 men can't sit in a poker game. Shut the door. Now then, what's going on around here that I should know about?
Well, sir, it's the men. Mostly it's the new ones that have never fought under you before.
What about the men?
They say we're scared, sir.
What you mean is they say the colonel's scared.
I guess so, sir. But it's just some of them. And us men that know you, well, we feel they should have their heads knocked together anyway.
Scared of a two-bit fast gunman. See who that is, please.
Yes, sir.
Sir, word from Brackettville. The sheriff was killed this morning by Johnny Link.
Why?
The message just said he was trying to put him in jail, sir, for incitement to murder. So Link shot him.
Have my horse ready.
Sir.
Send word ahead by civilian scout. I'm coming into Brackettville. I mean to see this Johnny Link put in the town jail.
Sir, you ain't going walking down that street alone.
No, you're right, Sergeant. You, Corporal Dixon, and 3 other troopers will accompany me. We're further going to see that Brackettville elects a new sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Now, get that civilian scout going. I want him there before us.
Yes, sir.
Mackenzie! I'm not armed. You can see. I don't want any trouble in this town. No gunfighting.
What do you mean you don't want any trouble in this town? What have you got to say about it?
Haven't you heard? I'm the new sheriff of Brackettville.
You're what?
You heard me. The citizens got together this morning and elected me.
I see. Where's Johnny Link? I've come to see him.
Johnny won't be able to see anybody for 2-3 days. I've got him in jail, pending an investigation.
But you're his lawyer.
I'm also a public official now. I know where my duty lies.
Mr. Herman, as a lawyer, would you say this constitutes incitement to murder?
I can't help what they put on the public streets.
No, of course not. Please tell Mr. Johnny Link and anyone else concerned that I'll be back to see them in 2-3 days. Sergeant, you'll report yourself to my office the minute we get back to Fort Clark.
Yes? Just one thing, sir, before you send me to the stockade. Would you tell me how you found out about our letter?
I didn't. You just told me. Sit down.
Yes, sir. But then how?
Things started to fall into place as soon as I saw that handbill offering a bounty on my head. Obviously, Johnny Link could kill me at any game of fast draw. Equally obviously, he was afraid to. Now, what would Johnny Link be afraid of? It could only be the Army. And strangely enough, Sergeant, when I thought of the Army, I thought of you.
Yes, sir. May I stand up now?
Calling my raiders together secretly, sending threatening letters to civilians. Nevertheless, I wish I'd thought of it first.
Sir?
You've devised a perfect stratagem for handling our problem.
I have, sir?
Get back on duty. Oh, and alert the raiders. We'll be riding together in 2-3 days. Civilian dress for all of you.
Yes, sir.
Dutch. I've been looking for you. Johnny Ringo just got in town.
Johnny Ringo, huh?
Yeah.
All right. That makes 5 of the best already, and it's only 3 days.
Hey, Johnny. What are you doing down here in the lobby? You're supposed to be in jail.
I get tired cooped up in that room upstairs.
Oh, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, come here. Who's that one?
Yeah, who is that? I seen him somewhere before.
Where?
Dodge City? Cimarron? Well, anyway, I make 6 already. You sure they know what to do when the time comes?
Sure. They're all waiting for you. Where will you be?
Upstairs, upstairs. Watching.
He's coming to town. Mackenzie's in town.
Get going, Dutch.
Get in the street, everybody! I don't want anybody to get hurt! Clear the street!
I have no doubt that any of you gentlemen could kill me in the next second. If you do, however, you'll all be dead in the following second. A state of anarchy exists in Bracketville. I intend to put a stop to it.
Just how do you figure to do that, Colonel?
If you'll look above you, gentlemen. Each of those guns is trained on each of your hearts by one of my troopers. I'm sorry I can't accommodate you gentlemen in your games of fast draw. Unfortunately, my job here is not to play games. Now, if you'll all step forward and drop your weapons here at my feet. Now, gentlemen. You too, Mr. Herman. All right, Mr. Link. Now we're evenly matched, because I'm already drawn. Will you fight out here, or shall I come in and get you? Hold your positions! It's only an arm wound, Sergeant. Don't look so funereal. But see if you can find